in my life, I've had a lot of what was the reason. And as I'm stepping more into my faith and praying and learning about the the vine, the fruit, and pruning, and I'd like to go back and like just time of like, why do I not have my parents? Like, what was the reason? And I think it just dawned on me the reasons. My mom, she was an addict, and unfortunately, at some point in my life, I would have had to distance myself or remove myself from her completely. Um, and with my dad, he wasn't well and he wasn't doing anything to get himself better. And doesn't matter how much I was taking care of him, he wasn't taking care of himself. And so him passing meant that I'm able to live my own life. Um, and as I'm rethinking it, and it's just like, when you are a caregiver, whether that's your job, whether like you're a nurse, a CNA, a home aide, a mother, a father, you know, your life does change. Your life, even your goals, change. Like, I keep going back to that little 7-year-old girl who went with her mom to the therapist office. And I remember seeing how panicked and frantic my mom was, like in a rush to like get there, and then just how she was after her session, and even like how his office was. Like, I would never forget it. His name was Dr. Flowers. He drove a Mercedes. He had a cute office. He had books. He had pictures on vacation with his wife and his kids, and he had little knickknacks and little toys. Just like, and then like when my mom and I would leave the therapist's office, she felt better, she was happier. um and I remember that, and I was like, I want to do that. And I've always wanted to become a therapist. um when I went to community college, junior college, that was my major. I have a certificate, I have an associate, and it's when I was transferring that my dad had a heart attack. And I did put that on pause and was caregiving for him, people in our building, and becoming part of IHSS and taking care of people in the community, which is very meaningful work. And then once he passed, that desire of like wanting to take care of myself came back. That desire of, I don't want to take care of you. I don't care if you eat. I don't care if you take your meds. Like, I don't give a shit, right? Not as a like it's one thing when you're a parent, because if you don't take care of your kids, that's neglect and abandonment and all types of issues. But just like as the other standpoint, like another adult, like like I'm not seeing this about my kid. Like, my kid is well taken care of. I love her. She's the best thing. I've always wanted her. I've always taken care of her. I'm so proud of her. That's my baby. I'm just saying, in a working aspect, it got to a point where it's just like, bro, I don't care. Don't give a shit. Right? And when I started working in a sex shop, and it's basic retail work. There's lingerie, there's just DVDs, there's merch, there's receiving and transferring, and people coming to the store to pick up their online orders, and a lot a lot of conferences to know the new merchandise that was coming in, and how I lost that job which gets me into something like, a lot of people have, you know, had a bad day at work, and a lot of people have come to work, to find out that they've been laid off or fired, something that they were good at, something that they liked, especially, like something that wasn't even in their control, like, the pandemic happened, so like that all happened, and just like realizing, like, it's not mostly of like a punishment, because I've been looking at this as like a punishment. Like, Simona, you're not allowed to have a bad day. Okay, so this is your punishment. Now, like the job that you like, that you were making friends and praying about and grateful about, thanking, telling God, thank you so much for this opportunity every single day, multiple times a day, especially when I clocked into work. It's like, you're not being punished because you had a bad day. This is not for you. This is not for you. You need to go back to your own personal goals. Before last year, you didn't even know this was a job. You didn't even know this was an opportunity. You didn't even know it fucking existed. And I gave you this gift. I gave you a year, almost a year, to take care of yourself. And look at what have you done for yourself, right? To have that mental break of taking care of everyone else. Like, yeah, you've always taken care of yourself. You've always taken great care of Shauna. And thinking of it in that perspective, and it literally just fucking dawned on me. Like, today's October 27th. Today's October 17th, 2024. Like, it's just dawned on me. Because I got fired. My last day at work was October 1st, and I walked into work October 4th, fired. And currently it's a whole legal thing, because between the time of the reported incident to when I got fired, I also got injured at work. So it's a whole thing that I right now really can't talk about it, and which is why this isn't going to be posted until a year later. But all this time, I really, and then that's why my mental health has suffered, because I'm doing shit that I'm not meant to do. Like, I've done things to survive. I've done things because it was the right thing to do. You take care of your loved ones. You take care of your parents. You figure it out, I've been doing all the right things, and I haven't been taking care of Simona. I haven't been doing what I want to do in my life, and God literally removed my parents so I can do what I want to do with my life. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that something? Yeah. Thank you for listening.